Welcome everyone to the complete course of Portfolio website using HTML and CSS. So this course consists of two modules. In the first module, we are going to see about how to design our portfolio website using HTML and CSS with the different sections like home section, about section and contact section. In the second module, we are going to see about how to deploy our project using Netlify website. So this course is very useful for the beginners who are trying to create portfolio website using HTML and CSS for the first time. Also, you have to familiarize yourself with the Netlify website for deploying front-end websites. So let's get started. Welcome everyone to the first class. In today's class, we are going to discuss about how to create portfolio website using HTML, CSS and Netlify. For the first, we have to create a folder for our project. So after creating the folder for your portfolio website, you have to open that folder using VS Code or any other IDE for HTML and CSS. For the basic, we have to use VS Code for our portfolio website. So after opening your VS Code, you have to create a new file for the HTML. So for creating the new file, you have to select Ctrl-N. After creating the new file, you have to select the language. So we are going to type HTML. So you have to type HTML. So after that, you have to save your file. You have to type Ctrl-S. And then you can type your own file name. I'm going to type index.html. For the basic, we are going to type index.html. So you have to save the file and then you can see index.html file created. So after that, we are going to create CSS file also. So and then you have to type the CSS file name. So we are going to type style.css. So we have created two files, HTML and CSS. So HTML is very useful for the body and the structure of the website, and then CSS is for the design. So for our portfolio website, we have to copy our profile picture and then paste in our portfolio website folder. So for that, I have created my profile picture for my portfolio website, and then I'm going to copy paste in my portfolio project folder. And then you can rename your PNG or JPG, anything you want. So you have to copy paste your image. So we are going to use icons for our project. For that, we are going to use box icons. So you have to open the link. So box icons contains all icons for our project like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. All icons will be generated in the box icons. So you have to select the usage. So for our HTML and CSS, we have to select usage. And then you can see the code for the usage of HTML. So you have to scroll down. So you have to copy this link for your project. So you have to copy that link and then you have to paste that link in your HTML. So we are going to copy that. So before copy paste our box icons, we are going to type the basic elements of HTML. So first we are going to type doc type HTML. So that's the common in HTML. You have to type doc type. So that's the tag, and then you can type language English. HTML language will be English. You can type Russian. If you want Russian, you can use Russian also, or any other languages. I'm going to use English. And then head tag. So inside the head tag, I'm going to type the title for my project. So you have to use the title tag. So you have to type title. So inside that, you have to type your portfolio. So you can type your own name. So I'm going to type portfolio. So after that, you have to copy paste that link. So you have to copy paste the CSS link. So you have to copy paste inside the head tag. So you have to remember that you have to copy paste inside the head tag. So after that, I'm going to type my CSS file. So I'm going to link my CSS file. For that, you have to type link relation equal to style sheet. So attribute will be relation style sheet. and then you have to type the reference. So reference will be style.css. That's your CSS file name. So these are all the link which can be used for our portfolio project. So that's it. In today's class, we have discussed about the basics of HTML and CSS file for our portfolio website. In the upcoming class, we are going to design our portfolio website like home page, about page and contact page. So let's see you in the next class. Welcome everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss about how to create navigation bar for our portfolio website using HTML and CSS. So before that, we are going to see an example for how to run our project in the website. And then you have to select open with live server. So you can see your server is started at the port 5500, and also you can see the local host and then your HTML file index.html. So that's the way of running our output in the website. So for that you have to download an extension. So you have to type live server in VS Code. So you have to type live server and then you have to select the first link. So there are many links, you have to select first link and then you have to install the live server for your VS Code HTML. So after that only you can see your output in the website. So for that you have to select open with live server. So that's the concept of running our project in the website. So after that we are going to create our body elements for our HTML. So you have to type body tag. Inside the body tag, we are going to create a new section or header class. You have to type header tag and then we are going to create a class. So inside the quotation, you have to type the class name, header, and then you have to close the tag. You have to remember the closing tag and opening tag. So inside that, we are going to create an anchor tag. So anchor is used for link. So href is nothing but relation or reference. And then we are going to create a class that is logo. Logo for our portfolio. And then we are going to create a span tag for the name of the logo. So for the name, I'm going to use my full name, Arun. So I'm going to use my name, Arun. So after that, I'm going to create a navigation bar for my portfolio. For that, you have to create a nav and then class name will be nav bar. So inside the nav bar, we are going to create anchor tag. So href has, you have to type has for the same page, class equal to active. So active class for our portfolio navigation bar. So I'm going to type portfolio. So portfolio will be active. And then I'm going to create other anchor tag for the links like home section, about section, project, contact. For the basics, I'm going to create 4 sections only. If you want more, you can use more options. So I'm going to type about and then I'm going to type contact. So these are all the 3 sections we are going to design for our portfolio website. So if you want more section, you can also design that. So furthermore, you can use project, education, certifications or any other portfolio you can use. So the name bar is completed. We are going to create a button for the contact. So we have to type href class will be contact. We are going to create a contact me. So it will be considered as a button for contact. So if I run the code, you can see automatically generated in your HTML website. So we are going to design our HTML. So using the style.css. So HTML is for the structure, CSS is for the design. So default you have to type this code and also you have to remember the syntax. First the margin will be 0 and also padding will be 0. There will be no margin and padding, and box sizing will be border box, and then font family will be sans serif Poppins. You can also use your font. There will be Times New Roman, Arial, sans serif, many other font family. You can use your own font. And then text decoration will be none. So text decoration like underline, cross, there will be no text decoration. And then list style is also none. So list style like underline. So if I type none, it automatically remove all the list style. So you can see underline are removed. So these are all the default. So after that we are going to create a design for each class. So first we are going to create a class for header. So inside that you have to type dot header. So the syntax is for the class is dot header. So class name header, and then curly brackets. Inside that you have to type the position will be fixed because the navigation bar will be fixed. So header is completed. So inside the header we can see the elements like anchor tag, nav class, and then button. So we are going to design one by one. So you have to open the class CSS again. We are going to type top will be 0, and then left will be 0, and then width. So width will be 100%. Padding will be 35 pixel, 12%. Top and bottom, right and left. And then background color. So we are going to create color with RGBA. So red, green, blue, and alpha. So you have to type the value for 4 elements. So first I am going to type 0, 0. For the green also I am going to type 0. So I am going to need the help of black color. For that only all are 0. If I type 0.2, it will consider as black color. And then we are going to need the help of backdrop filter. It is like blur. We are going to need the blur option. So inside the bracket you have to type the pixel, 10 pixel. And then we are going to need the help of display. Display will be inline block or flex. Whatever you want, you can use that. I am going to need the help of flex. For flex, you have to type justify content will be center or space between. If you want space between your elements, you can type space between. So I am going to type space between. So space between portfolio, about, project, and contact. Align items will be center. So all the items will be in the center position. So z index is like stack of the elements. So 100. So these are all the design for our header section. So if I run this code, you can see our design is automatically generated for our HTML. So this is the design for our navigation bar. So after that, we are going to design our logo class. For that, you have to type .logo. And then we are going to type the designs of the logo. So first we are going to use the font size. So you can type your own font size. I'm going to use 25 pixel. And then color. So color will be white. So I'm going to use white color. So after that, I'm going to use the font weight. Well, whether it is bold or italics, you can use font weight. 600 will be considered as bold option. So you can see the thickness of your font and then transitions. So it is one of the graphic options. So I'm going to type 3.s ease. So you have to remember what is ease in, and then what is ease in and out. So you have to remember the concept of ease. So you can see the graphics like Arun. You can see in the element Arun, you can see the transition 0.3s ease. So ease is nothing but slow move option. So the motion will be slow. So we have completed our logo. So that's the Arun. So logo is nothing but Arun. So after that, we are going to design the logo with the hover. So hover is nothing but a pseudo class. You have to remember what is the pseudo class. So hover is nothing but if we touch the element, it will generate a new design. So that's the use of hover. First, I'm going to type the color. So if I change the color to orange red, so white will be changed to orange red. If I move my cursor towards the Arun, the white color will be changed to orange red. And then text, shadow. So can use two shadows. The first one is the text shadow, and then second one will be the box shadow. For the Arun, it is a text. For that only we are using the text shadow. So we can type 0025 pixel orange red. Shadow of my text will be orange red. So after that we are going to use transform. You have to use the scale option also. So you have to type inside the bracket, you have to type the value, that is 1.1. So for the beginners, you have to understand the scaling option is nothing but zoom in and zoom out option. It's like zoom in and zoom out. So you can see the hover design is generated in our HTML. So white is changed to orange red, and also with scaling option 1.1. So you can see it gives more beautiful to our project. So that's the use of hover. So if you don't want hover, you can also delete that. So text shadow also orange red. You can see the shadow of Arun. So with the pixel and then transform. So that's the use of hover. So after that we are going to design. So after that I'm going to design the span tag. So span tag. So inside the span tag, I'm going to use my full name with the initial. So Arun RS. So that's my initial. So I'm going to insert that RS in the span tag. So I'm going to color my span tag with orange red, or you can type white or black, whatever you want. So you can see orange red with white. So that's the use of span tag. So color is changed for my initial and also my full name. So that's that. We have completed the span tag. After that we are going to design for our navigation bar. So you can see the class nav bar. So we are going to design that. So inside that you can see the links. We are going to design that also. So first we are going to use the nav bar. So nav bar is a class. You have to use dot nav bar, and then a will be link. So that's the a link, and then we are going to design for our links. So first, so you can see VS Code is suggesting the code. So you can also trust the VS Code. So I'm going to change the pixel. So okay, it's good. I'm going to change it at 15. Okay, it's not bad. So I'm going to change the font size to 15 pixel, and then color will be white, or you can type your own colors. I'm going to type white. You can see the change of the color, and then you can say font weight. So you can see the thickness of the font. So there are many font weight options. You can choose any one of them, 500, 600, bold, italics. You can type your own font weight. I'm going to type margin option. So you can type top, bottom, left and right, or two options. So two options is nothing but top and bottom, right and left. So you can see the gap between the elements. So it gives more elegant feature for our project. After that, we are going to type border bottom. So we have to type 3 pixel solid transparent. We have completed the border bottom for our project, and then we are going to use transition. Again, I'm going to use the seconds 3.s seconds is. So you can see the transition of my element. So if I save and run the project, you can see transition. So that's it. And then we are going to type hover for my nav bar. So if I touch that, you can see some design. So for that only we are going to use the hover. So we are going to use hover for active elements and then non-active elements also. For that only we are going to use a.hover and then dot navbar a dot active. So inside that we are going to design. So I'm going to type the color orange red. And then border bottom, again I'm going to type 3 pixel or 2 pixel, you can type. I'm going to type 3 pixel solid orange red. So you can see the active element color is changed to portfolio from white to orange red. So portfolio is my active element in the navigation bar. So you can see the underline for my hover properties. Also you can change the color from white to orange red. So we have completed our design for the nav bar A. So after that we are going to design for the contact. So that also belongs to the header section. So I'm going to type contact. So that's the class. So I'm going to type the design for my contact. I'm going to create a button like contact. So for the button like contact, you have to type the padding first, 10 pixel, 20 pixel, top and bottom, right and left. And then background color. So I'm going to type white. So it looks like a button. So that's why you have to use background color. After that, you have to use the border radius, or so you can type border radius or color for the font. So if you type black, so font will be changed to black. So you can see contact me is color, font changed to black. And then I'm going to type border 2 pixels solid transparent. So after that I'm going to type the font size. So you can type your own font size. So I'm going to type 10 or 16 pixel. And then I'm going to type border radius. So I'm going to type 8 pixel, 20 pixel. If I type 20 pixel, you can see more curve. So if I type 10 pixel, you can see less amount of curve. So based on your own design, you can type the border radius. If you want more oval shape or circle, you have to increase the pixel. If you want square or rectangle, you have to type less amount of pixel. And then letter spacing between each letter, C space O space N T space. So that's the use of letter spacing. So you have to type the pixel in less amount. If you type 20 pixel, so C will be in the left and then O will be in the right. So that's why you have to type less amount of pixel. So 1 pixel is enough for the contact me. And then font weight will be bold. So if you want more bold, you have to type 600. So you can see contact me thickness is changed. So after that, I'm going to use the transition. So if you want any other transitions, you have to use that. So I'm going to use the ease option again. If I save the and run the code, you can see the transition. So these are all the contact designs. So after that, I'm going to use the hover option again for the contact. So I'm going to type contact. So contact is the class and then hover is the pseudo class. So I'm going to type the background color first. So background color will be changed to orange red and then box shadow. So the previous section I told there are two types of shadow. First one is the text shadow and then second one is the box shadow. So contact me is on box. So that's why we are using the box shadow. So shadow will be orange and then font color will be white. So you can see the design change in my contact me button. So if you want any other color, you can use that. So based on my portfolio, I'm using orange, red and white. If you want purple, you can use purple. So that's it guys. In today's class, we have discussed about how to design the navigation bar for our portfolio website. So in upcoming class, we are going to design our portfolio website sections like about, contact. So let's see you in the next class. Welcome everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss about how to design our home section for our portfolio website. For that, we are going to create a new section with the class home. So that will be our home section for our portfolio website. So how to open the and close the tag of the section. So inside that, we are going to type the HTML elements for our home section. So first, we are going to create a class home content. So that's the shortcut for creating the div. So you have to type dot class name home content. So our class will be home content. So after that, we are going to create a h3 tag that is heading. So I'm going to type hi or hello. You can type your own heading. So I'm going to type my name. So for that, I'm going to use h1 tag. So you have to type I am. So I'm going to type I am. You can type your own words. So and then I'm going to use the span tag. Arun RS. So that's my full name. So I'm going to type span tag as my full name. And then break. If you want break, you can use break option. So and then I'm going to type my profession. So you can type your own profession in your portfolio website. So I'm going to type cybersecurity analyst. So after that, I'm going to type the paragraph. For the common paragraph, you have to use the lorem. So if you type lorem, it automatically generates some paragraph in the VS Code. So this will be our default paragraph for our bio section. So if you want, you have to type your own paragraph for your bio. So I'm going to type the common paragraph. So I'm going to create a new button, resume or CV file. So I'm going to create a button to download my CV or resume. So for the portfolio, it must be contain a resume. So for that only, I'm going to create a button for downloading my resume. And the button class will be button1. So it will be in the one div section. So and then I'm going to create a new classes for my project. I'm going to type image. So image is for my portfolio website. So you have to import your image in your project folder. And then I'm going to insert my image in the HTML. So you have to remember the tag, that is image, source, and then you have to type the image name home.png. So it contains my portfolio picture. So you can see your picture is generated in your website. And then you can see also the CV file download button. So these are all the factors we are going to need for our home section. And then after that, we are going to discuss about how to design our home section for our portfolio website using the CSS. So you have to open the CSS. We are going to design one by one. So home, so that's the class. So the starting class for our home. So for that, we are going to design one by one. So I'm going to type width will be 100%. And then height. So if you want height, you can use height or minimum height. I'm going to use minimum height will be 100 VH. Every time you have to save your file. So you have to save your file every time. So after that, I'm going to change my background. You have to type the RGB. I'm not going to use RGBA. I'm going to use RGB. So there will be 3 values. So and then I'm going to use display option. So flex. So you can see all our changes. And then align items. So center, I'm going to align all the items in the center. And then I'm going to gap between the elements. So you have to type the value or EM or EM. I'm going to use EM. So you can see gap between the elements. And then padding. So padding, I'm going to type top and bottom with 30 pixel, left and right with 12%. So padding is completed. So that's it. We have completed the code for our home section. So after that, we are going to create a design for the home contents. So contents will be like H3, H1, paragraph. So these are all the contents between our home class. So we are going to see that how to design the contents for our portfolio website. So you have to type home content and then max width. You have to type the width of your contents 800 pixel. So we are going to create designs for home content elements. So the first one will be H3 tag. So heading 3. So how to type H3 element. You have to type the font size for your element. If you want more bigger size of high, you can type more bigger size. So you can see, so it's not suitable for my project. If you want big size, you can use that. And then home content H1. So H1 will be my username and then my profession. So if you want to change the font size, you have to type font size. So it is not suitable. So I'm going to change. So it is one of the bigger one. So I'm going to change to smaller one. So I'm going to type 32. So you can see it is suitable for my portfolio. So H1 and H3 are completed. So if you want lines height, you can also use line height 1.2. So H1 and H3 are completed. So after that, we are going to design the paragraph for our home content. So I'm going to type the font size. Font size will be 18 pixel. So it is okay. And then if you want font family or font weight, you can also use that. So margin between the elements, for that you have to use the margin for the convenient of paragraph, up and down, left. So you can see it is more elegant for our project. So I'm going to use font weight. If you want more thickness, you can use font weight. So I'm going to type 500 or 600. So you don't have to type the pixels. So font weight does not have any units. So width will be 345 pixel. Display will be flex. And then gap will be 2 EM. So after that, we are going to design the CV button. So you have to open the CSS. So you have to type the code for the button. So button 1. So that's the class. So we are going to change the color, font size, font family, hover, and all other options for our CV file. So I'm going to type padding 15 pixel, 20 pixel. So top and bottom, left and right. So padding have 4 elements: top, bottom, right, left. So it goes around clockwise direction. First top, second right, third bottom, last one will be left. So you have to remember the concept also. Margin also is same as padding. Top, bottom, right, left. Border is also same as padding. Top, bottom, right, left in clockwise direction. So if you type single line code also or multi-line code also. So multi-line code will be considered as padding top, padding bottom, padding right, padding left. So you can type in single line. So single line is nothing but 15 pixel and 28 pixel. So border radius, if you want more curve, you can use more pixel. If you want square or rectangle, you can use less amount of pixel. So I'm going to type the font size. So font size will be 18 pixel. So you can see our button is ready for our home section to download our resume. And then letter spacing, if you want letter spacing between elements, so you can use less amount of pixels. You don't have to type 10 pixel or 100 pixels. It will not be convenient for our button. So we are design our button almost completed. So I'm going to increase the thickness of my button. So we can see the thickness 600. And also I'm going to use graphics, that is transition 3.3s is 3 seconds, that is. And then cursor will be pointer. So if you click that, you can see the cursor is pointer. So we have completed our design for the button. So after that, I'm going to type button hover. So hover is nothing but a pseudo class. So I'm going to type the background color. So white. And then color will be black. So background color is for the background. Color is for the font. So border 2 pixels solid and transparent. So can see the hover graphics. So the colors and fonts are changed. So that's the hover for our button. After that, I'm going to change the button to below the paragraph. So for that, you have to change the sum of the quotes. So you have to remove the div. So I'm going to remove the div. So you can see the button is below the paragraph. So it will be more beautiful for my portfolio website. So if it is in the center, it is not very beautiful. For that only I've changed the code. So you can see it is more beautiful for my portfolio website. So our home section is completed. So after that we are going to design for our image. So we are going to create a design for the image. You have to type the class name, image box, image. That is the element, HTML element. So and then you have to type border radius. For more oval shape, you have to type more percentage. So can see oval shape of your portfolio picture. And then width 550 pixels. No, it is very larger for my portfolio. So you have to change the pixels. So I'm going to type 450 or 350. So I'm going to type 400. So 400 is not also 300. Okay, 300 is suitable for my portfolio. So also I'm going to change the border radius. So border radius will be 30%. So it is more good for my portfolio. So after that, we have completed the image. We are going to create the scrolling option for our website. For that, you have to use the WebKit scroller. So that's the one of the element in CSS. We are going to change the width of our scroller 25 pixel. So you can see our scrolling option is changed. I'm going to use the second option, that is thumb. We are going to change the color of our scroll. So I'm going to change orange red. So you can see white is changed to orange red. And then I'm going to use the WebKit scroller again. I'm going to use tracking option. I'm going to change the color. Background color will be black or any other gray color. And then I'm going to change the width of my scroll 40 pixel. So you can see 40 pixel is suitable for the scrolling option. If you want, you can also increase and decrease. So that's it. In today's class, we have discussed about the design of our home section. In the upcoming class, we are going to design our about section. So let's see in the next class. Welcome everyone. In today's class, we are going to design our about section. So for our portfolio website, we are going to need the about section. For our bio details like email address or any other details of our portfolio. So we are going to use the image for the portfolio about section. So I'm going to type dot image hyphen and then I'm going to use home or about. I'm going to use the image for the about. So if you type, it automatically generates a div in the VS Code. So that's the specialty of VS Code. And then I'm going to use the image tag for inserting the image. You have to type the attribute source and then you have to type the image name, that is PNG, home.png. So after that, I'm going to need some of the paragraph and then some of elements for my about section. So for that, I'm going to create a next class, that is content of my about. So inside that, I'm going to create some of the contents. First, I'm going to create a heading for my content about. So I am going to use the span tag for me, about me. So heading is completed, and then we are going to use the h3 tag for my name or my profession. You can use profession or name, whatever you want in your about section. I'm going to type my profession in h3 tag. So you have to remember the concept of h1, h2, h3, h4, h5 and h6. So only difference is size of the headings will be different. And then I'm going to use the paragraph, the default paragraph, lorem ipsum dollar sit. So that's the default paragraph. If you type lorem in VS Code, it automatically generates other sentences. So inside the div, I'm going to use the link for my about section. I'm going to create the classes button. So I'm going to create a button for my class. So inside the quotation, only you have to type the button name or class name, button, read more. So I'm going to create a new button for read more. So you can see all the elements of about section is completed. Then we are going to design our about section. So that elements are completed now. We are going to design that. So for that you have to open the CSS. You have to type the class name about dot about. Inside that I'm going to type the display. So display will be flex. So you can see all are changed. And then justify content center. If you want center, you can use center. If you want space between, space around, you can also use that based on your own choice. Align items center. If you want center, you can use center, or you can use left, or you can use left or right. Padding will be 12%, 8%, top and bottom, right and left. Gap between the elements. So you have to type the gap 10 em. So you can see gap between the elements. And then background color of my about section, black. So about section is completed. We are going to create the elements for the content in the about section. So you have to type image about. So first we are going to design the image in the about. So you have to type the same concept we are used in the home section. The position will be relative, and then width 400 pixel, and then box shadow will be 0026 pixel. For the image also you have to use the box shadow, orange red. If you want that, you can use on border radius. So I'm going to use 40% or 37%. So it will be good for my portfolio picture. So our image is completed. After that we are going to design the h1, h3, paragraph and other elements. So we are going to use about content class with elements like h1 or h2. So h2 font size or text align center or left, and then we have to type the color also. Color will be white. So you can see white color. Font size, if you want increase, you have to type 43 pixel. So 43 pixel is larger size, I think. So if you want more, you can use that. And then we are going to type H3 for the profession. Font size will be 50 pixel, and then you have to type the color also. So color is also same as white. So if you want any other color, you can use different colors. So 20 pixel is very small. So 30 pixel is also good for my H3. So after that, we are going to create a design for paragraph. So color will be white. And then font size will be 20 pixel. Margin, top bottom 2 em, 0, 3 em. Top, right, bottom. So you can see the gap between the elements. So it is very good for my paragraph. So I am going to type class for my button, that is read more for contact. So that design will be converted to that read mode button. So that's the use of class. So class will be used by all elements. Identifier can be used by only one element, but class can be used by every element. So that design will be applied to read more button. So previous we have created home section, now we have created about section. So in the next class we are going to design our contact section. So let's see on the next class. Hello everyone, in today's class we are going to design our contact section for our portfolio website. So for the contact you have to remember the form tags in HTML. So let's see that. So first we are going to create a new section and with class that is contact. So contact form. First we are going to create the h2 class for the heading contact me. So contact me. So form action will be identifier has same section. It will be in the same section. That's why we are using has for action. And then input box class. So I have to type the input for our classes like username, password or email, phone number. So that's all the contacts. So first we are going to type the text for the name, and then we have to type the placeholder, enter your name or your name. So the first input will be the username. So we have to type input type equal to text. Text will be ABCD. Or you can also type number. If you type number 1, 2, 3. Or you can also type email. For email you have to type @ symbol. So if you don't write @, it will be considered as error. So that's why you have to type @. And then we are going to use the input for the buttons. So I'm going to type the class again. And then I'm going to use the button. And then text area and then phone number. So you can also use any other inputs for your contact. So I'm going to type the phone number. So if you type number, it will be considered as number values. So and then I'm going to type the subject. So subject of your contact. And then you have to type the text area. So text area name, ID, and then row and column. Column will be 30 and then row 10. Placeholder, enter your comment or enter your subject or any other you want, or enter your message. So that's the use of text area. So after that we are going to create a input type for the submit. So we don't have to create a button, we have to create a submit option using the input. So you have to type input type equal to submit and then value send message. So it will be considered as a button. Class btn-1. So it will be same class we have created in the previous section. That design will be applied to our send message button. So you can see hover option is also applied. So we have completed our elements using the HTML. We are going to see about the design of our contact. So let's open the style.css for the design. So you have to type the class contact form, and then you have to type the maximum width 50 em, and then margin 1 rem, automatically your changes, and then text align will be center, automatically changes your text to center, and then margin bottom will be 3 em. So form is completed. We are going to use the elements in the form input. So first we are going to use the h2. After that we are using the input. So text align will be center. Contact me in the center. And then margin between the up and down and then left and right. First we are using the top because top is not same, for that only we are using top. And then margin bottom 1 em. So our contact me h2 is completed. So after that we are using the form input design. For that only you are using the input box or input. Display flex, justify content, center. If you use flex, you have to use justify content. And then align items or flex wrap. So input is completed. Input box is completed. We are going to use input. And then text area. So width will be 100%. And then padding 1.5 em. And then font size 18 pixel. And then color black. Background color RGB 241 white color. And then border radius 0.8 rem. And then margin between the input elements will be 1 rem 0. And then resize none. So none. So after that you can see your elements are changed. So you have to type one rem. So after that you can see, so contact section is almost finished. So you can type the name. So username, the first one will be the username, and then email, and then phone number, and then subject, you can type your own subject. If you send message, you can see @ symbol must be present in the email. So you have to type @ and the gmail.com or any other. So that's it. We have completed our contact me section. So in the upcoming class, we are going to design our footer section. So in the footer, we can see our social media contacts. So let's see on the next class. Welcome everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss our footer section for our portfolio website. In the footer section, we are going to see about the social media links like Instagram, YouTube. For that, we are going to see how the footer section. So you have to create a footer section in the HTML with the class footer. So inside that, we are going to create the text for our footers. So we are going to create the elements dot social. So social elements. So for the social, we are going to create a links. For links, we are going to use anchor tag, href, and then we are going to type first. We are going to copy more than 5 times and paste 5 times. So inside that, you can type your own social media links, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want, you can type. So after that, we are going to create a link, unordered links class will be list, li star 5. We are going to create list. So inside that, we are going to use the anchor tag again for the link. So we have to type the list of names like privacy policy or copyright or question answer, and then services, and then home, portfolio, projects, whatever you want, you have to type the link. So after that, we are going to create a paragraph for our footer. So copyright informations. For that, we are going to create a class for the paragraph, Arun RS. Copyright. So we have almost completed our footer elements. So we have to open the box icons for the footer icons, like the social media icons. You have to copy and paste one by one in your class. So first we are going to search for the Facebook. So you have to type Facebook. So you can use the Facebook icon. You have to select font option in the box icon, and then you have to copy that tag, that is the I tag. You have to copy that, and then you have to paste inside your social div, and then you have to copy one by one. So whatever social media you want, you have to copy paste inside the anchor tag with the I elements. So you can see all elements are generated. So our section is almost completed. We are going to design our footer section. So we have to type the class name, footer, and then position will be relative, and then bottom 0, width 100, percentage padding 40 pixel, background color black, footer social. So we are going to design the social elements like LinkedIn, Facebook. Text align will be center. Padding bottom 24 pixel. Color will be white. And then we are going to design for the anchor elements. Font size will be 24 pixel. And then color will be white. So you can see the elements of icons are changed to white color. And then border will be 2 pixels solid orange red. After that, we are going to use the border radius for more circle option. Before that, we are going to use the width 40 pixel width and height. Line height will be 35 pixel. And then display inline block. If you want padding, you can also use padding. I'm going to use border radius 30%, 50% will be more circle, 40%, 45% will be suitable for our project. If you want more circle, you can type 50% or 60%. So if we change line height, you can see center position of elements. So our social elements are almost completed. So if you want shadow, you can also use shadow for your elements. So I'm going to use the shadow 10 pixel orange red. So you can see your shadow option is available for your elements. And then we are going to use the transition again, ease option with 0.3 seconds. So our social elements are completed. So we are going to type the hover for our project. So hover graphics for our social elements. So we are going to use hover. So you have to use hover option. First we are going to transform, that is zoom option, scale of 1.2, translate y-axis minus 10 pixel. Y-axis is nothing but upright option. And then color will be orange. Border will be 2 pixels solid orange red. So after that, we are going to see the footer for list. So first we are going to use the margin top will be 0, and then padding will be 0, and then font Size, font size will be 18 pixel. Line height will be 1.6. Margin bottom 0. Text align will be center. So you can see center position. So unordered list is completed. We are going to design for unordered list with list. So you have to type the color white, and then border bottom will be 3 pixels solid transparent. And then transition again 0.3 is. So after that we are going to design for the list. List display will be inline block, and then padding 15 pixel. At last we are going to complete our footer section with the design of paragraph. So first one will be margin. So margin will be 15 pixel. That is the top. And then text align will be center. So I need center option. And the color, we are going to give color for our paragraph. So before that I am going to type font size 12 pixel, and then color for my font, that is white. So you can see the font color. If you want more font size, you can increase that. So our paragraph copyright is completed. So we have completed our footer section. So our project is almost completed. Before completing our project, we are going to need the help of how to change our section from one section to another section. If I click contact, it will go to the contact page. If I click about page, it will go to the about section. So for that, we are going to see the example. First, we have to create an ID. So ID will be home1, and then you have to type the name of the ID in that option. And then we are going to create an ID for the about section, about 1, and then you have to type the name about 1 in the name bar A elements, anchor elements. And then we are going to create contact 1. So you have to type ID in the contact 1. So after creating the ID only, you can navigate the new bar elements. Navigation, you have to use ID. So if I click about, it will navigate to the about section. If I click portfolio, it will navigate to the portfolio. If I click a contact, it will navigate to the contact section. So you can also copy the link for your social media. So if you have any YouTube channel, you have to copy that YouTube channel link and then paste inside the anchor tag. So that's the use of anchor tag. Insert the link for your social media. So I'm going to copy the social media link of my GitHub, and then I'm going to paste that link in my social media icon. So you have to navigate that. So you have to paste that link inside the anchor tag. So I am going to paste that GitHub link. You have to remove the hashtag symbol. So if I type GitHub, you can see my GitHub page. So that's the use of anchor tag. If I type target element, that is target attribute, blank, it will goes to next page or new page. So that's the use of blank. If I select GitHub, it will open in new page. If I type self, it will generate in the same page. So that's the difference between self target and blank target. So that's it guys. In today's class, we have discussed about the design of our footer section, and also we have discussed about how to insert the link of our social media. In the upcoming class, we are going to complete our project with the deploy of our portfolio website using Netlify. So let's see in the next class. Welcome everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss about how to deploy our portfolio website using Netlify. For that, you have to type Netlify drag and drop option in Google. And then you have to open the first option in the Google. So you have to select that. So you have to drag and drop your folder, that is portfolio website folder with the HTML and CSS file. So you have to drag and drop your portfolio website in Netlify. So you can see your portfolio is deployed using the Netlify website. So you can also copy the link and paste in the Google. You can see your portfolio website. So before that, you have to create an account in the Netlify using your GitHub or Gmail. So after creating only, you can see the link of your portfolio website. So after creating the account, you can see your portfolio website link. If you click that link, you can see your portfolio is deployed in the website. So you can see your home page, contact, about, all options are deployed in your website. So if you select about, contact, so all will be generated in the website using the Netlify website. So that's the use of Netlify. You can deploy your front-end website using that. So that's it. In today's class, we have discussed about how to deploy our portfolio website using Netlify. So that's it guys. We have completed our portfolio website using HTML, CSS and Netlify. So if you learn something from this course, put positive review in the comment section. So let's see you in the next course teached by me. Thank you.